The following is a production of the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network. Fairfield Trojan Girls Basketball is coming your way on the Ottumwa Radio YouTube channel. Now, let's get you to the court for Fairfield Trojans Basketball.
Good evening and welcome into Mount Pleasant High School here on this Friday night on Ottumwa Radio Sports Network. My name is Christian Rasmussen, here with the great producer, usually cameraman, but tonight being in Mount Pleasant, we have lost the rights to having visual. We'll have that back next game, of course. But here in Mount Pleasant, we have a doubleheader tonight. First stream will be for the Fairfield girls, as they've traveled down to Mount Pleasant with about 14 minutes to go until tip-off. We're going to start the pregame show after a quick break. Coming up, we will have the season standings to this point, rankings, and then last year's matchup between these two conference foes, as well as area games today, and then eventually tip-off and the start of the game. Well, I was going to say starting lineups, but tip-off came first, so anyways, we're going to get to a break here and be back with about 13 and a half to go until tip-off. We'll be right back here with you on Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Community First Credit Union's best auto loan refinance offer is back. Enjoy an excellent rate plus no payments for 90 days. Two great specials in one. Available for a limited time only. We make financing simple with fast, convenient online applications and easy pre-approval. Whether you're buying new, purchasing used, or refinancing your current auto loan, drive away with a vehicle loan from See First, where together is better. Stop by or apply online today at seefirstcu.com.
Subject to credit approval and program qualifications. Federally insured by the NCUA.
This is Jeremy with Cranston Family Funeral Home. I want to take a moment and say thank you, not for choosing our funeral home, although we're deeply honored when you do, but for showing up for your neighbors, for supporting small businesses, for standing in line at visitations and hugging people you maybe haven't seen in years. That is what makes our communities feel like home. At Cranston Family Funeral Home, we don't believe in flashy promises. We believe in showing up quietly, respectfully, and doing the work that matters when it matters most. So from our family to yours, thank you. We see you, we are grateful for you, and we'll be here when you need us.
We care. At Jefferson County Health Center, it's the little things that make a big difference. We believe every patient deserves to feel safe and comforted, no matter what brings them here. We strive to turn fear into comfort. We are committed to ensuring every patient feels informed, supported, and truly cared for.
Jefferson County Health Center, care you can count on. It's what we do.
Dr. Matt here, looking for complete dental care for your entire family? At Fairfield Dental Clinic in Fairfield, that's exactly what we provide.
Dr. Pat here. We pride ourselves on delivering comprehensive care from routine cleanings to advanced procedures. At Fairfield Dental Clinic, we're committed to creating healthy smiles in a comfortable, caring environment.
We live here, we work here, and we're proud to care for generations of families from Fairfield and the surrounding area. Call today for an appointment. Fairfield Dental Clinic, complete dental care for your entire family, your neighbors, your dentists, your smile.
This holiday season, connection means more than ever. At Lisco, we're proud to keep you close no matter the distance. With fiber-fast internet, crystal clear TV, and reliable phone service, your moments of laughter, your video calls, and your favorite holiday movies all shine brighter. Because at Lisco, connection isn't just what we provide, it's what we believe in. From our family to yours, happy holidays from Lisco, keeping you connected to what matters most.
If community matters, choose a family that values community. When you choose Beaner Funeral Home, you are choosing more than a business and more than a building. You are choosing a family. When you support those who give back to the community by way of volunteerism, talents, and monetary investments, you are ensuring this legacy of giving continues. We offer the most economical cremation and traditional burial pricing in our area and invite you to experience the Beaner difference of community, compassion, and commitment.
You're watching the Fairfield Trojans on the Ottumwa Radio YouTube channel.
Welcome back into Mount Pleasant High School here on Ottumwa Radio Sports Network. Again, we can only have audio for tonight's game. We don't have the rights to broadcast here in Mount Pleasant High School, as well as the game in Washington. I believe those are the only two, so unfortunate for that, but every other game will have visual for that, so apologies for tonight's game if that is an issue with you all. Next action you can see with video will be on Monday for the doubleheader at home against Van Buren County. Now to the pregame show here with about 9.5 to go until tip-off. Here, sponsored by Community First Credit Union, because together is better. Check them out at cfirstcreditunion.com. So far on this season, this is the first matchup between the visiting Fairfield Trojans and Mount Pleasant Panthers. So far on the season, Trojans are 1-8. Their one win coming against Knoxville. And the most recent game was over down in Centerville on Tuesday. And then for Mount Pleasant, again, their game was also on Tuesday. That was against New London. They came away victorious on that. That was their second win on the year. They're 2-7 overall. Leading scorers for both squads. For the Trojans, it is Faith Jones with 10.3 points per game, Elise Setterstrom with 9, and Emma Metcalf with 5. So far this year, Trojans averaging about 36.5 points per game. And then on the other side, for Mount Pleasant, their leading scorer is Kinley White with 6.4 points. Abby Carthy right behind her with 6. And then leading rebounder is Abigail Schillingowski with 4. Leading steals per game leader for the Panthers, Kinley White with 1. And then assist leader Abby Carthy with 2. They're averaging slightly less than the Trojans with 36.2 points per game. So we should be in for a good conference matchup here tonight between the girls of Fairfield and Mount Pleasant. Last year, between the two teams, since they're both in the Southeast Conference, they played twice against each other. First meeting was a win by Mount Pleasant, 50-30 over the Trojans. Leaders in points for both squads. Faith Jones for the Trojans dropped 19 points to go with 4 rebounds and 7 steals. And then Emma Metcalf followed her up with 3 points of her own. On the other side for Mount Pleasant, Alexa Fuller recently graduated, but had 14 points and 10 rebounds. And then Abby Carthy followed her up with 13 points of her own. Mount Pleasant last year did not shoot too many three-pointers. They only shot 4 shots in that game, but it did not end up mattering as they still came away with a 20-point victory in Game 1. But in Game 2, the Trojans got the upper hand over the Panthers with their first win on the year, which they got the win 40-35. Leading scorers for both squads. For the Trojans, it was Grace Lyon, who has graduated since but had 17 points, followed up by Maddie Martin with 6 points and 13 rebounds, and Vanessa Kessel with 6 points and 2 assists. On the other side, Mount Pleasant's leader in points was Kinley White with 13 points and 3 steals. And then looking at the stats, Trojans went 5 for 11 on three-pointers on that game, and that looked to have made the difference as they won by 5 with about 6.5 to go. We can move over to the games for today. So for the conference matchup, as well as was the Mount Pleasant and Fairfield are playing, so are Washington and Burlington. This over in Washington. Keokuk is playing home against Palmyra, which is a school in Missouri. It's over at Missouri is the location of the game. Pekin is home against Wapello. Van Buren County is at home against Burlington Notre Dame. Davis County is over at Sheraton. That's 6-2 Davis County versus 5-3 Sheraton. Cardinal is home against Clark. Ottumwa's over at Des Moines Lincoln. Albia is over at Knoxville. Eddyville Blakesburg Fremont is home against Centerville. Sigourney is at number 11 Montezuma. Keota is at BGM. Number 10 Mediapolis is over at Danville. Mediapolis still yet to lose a game. Central Lee is over at Holy Trinity Catholic. New London at West Burlington. And finally, number 13 Mid Prairie is over at West Liberty. With about 5.5 minutes to go until tip-off, we're going to take another break here and be right back with you to continue the pregame show here on Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Planning for 2026 starts now. Call me, Brandon Taglar, your local Beck seed dealer. I am here and ready to help Southeast Iowa farmers secure the best genetics for next season. With supply chain challenges and increasing demand, ordering your 2026 seed early means getting exactly what you need for your fields. I bring local expertise and Beck's proven performance together. Call me, Brandon Taglar, your Beck seed dealer, serving Southeast Iowa. 641-919-7526. Order your 2026 seed now and plant with confidence.
Community First Credit Union's best auto loan refinance offer is back. Enjoy an excellent rate plus no payments for 90 days. 2 great specials in one. Available for a limited time only. We make financing simple with fast, convenient online applications and easy pre-approval. Whether you're buying new, purchasing used, or refinancing your current auto loan, drive away with a vehicle loan from See First, where together is better. Stop by or apply online today at seefirstcu.com.
Subject to credit approval and program qualifications. Federally insured by the NCUA. Shopping for a quality used car? Check out the inventory at Smithburg Automotive's lot at 1503 West Burlington Avenue in Fairfield. Need repairs? They've got you covered at the South 23rd Street location. Call 641-472-2454 or visit smithburgs.com. Need quality used parts? Head to Smitty's Auto Recycling on West Grimes in Fairfield. They've got fresh inventory arriving all the time. Selling parts or have a wrecked vehicle? They buy unwanted cars too. Call 472-4200 or stop by to see what's new in the yard.
This is Jeremy with Cranston Family Funeral Home. I want to take a moment and say thank you, not for choosing our funeral home, although we're deeply honored when you do, but for showing up for your neighbors, for supporting small businesses, for standing in line at visitations and hugging people you maybe haven't seen in years. That is what makes our communities feel like home. At Cranston Family Funeral Home, we don't believe in flashy promises. We believe in showing up quietly, respectfully, and doing the work that matters when it matters most. So from our family to yours, thank you. We see you, we are grateful for you, and we'll be here when you need us.
You're watching the Fairfield Trojans on the Ottumwa Radio YouTube channel.
Welcome back into Mount Pleasant High School with about 3 minutes to go until tip-off. We're going to have some final thoughts on this pregame show sponsored by Community First Credit Union. This is the third away game this week for the Fairfield Trojan girls. They played on Monday in Burlington as well as Centerville on Tuesday. And this is the third and final one of this week for them. They'll be back home Monday against Van Buren County. Now, looking for standings, this is the final game or final team that both teams have to play in their conference. Both teams have played Burlington, Fort Madison, Keokuk, and Washington to this point. And finally, what I would consider to be the closest rival between both the schools is matching up on this Friday night. So looking at conference standings so far, Keokuk is 4-0 so far, beating both Mount Pleasant and Fairfield. They're 6-3 overall on the season. Washington is also 6-3, but they are 3-1 on the year in conference, as well as Burlington, who's also 3-1. Mount Pleasant's 2-2, Fort Madison is 2-2 on the conference. And then Mount Pleasant and Fairfield both looking to get their first win in conference play, but between the two of them, of course. And then with about 90 seconds before tip-off here, once again would like to say that tonight's game is audio only. I guess Mount Pleasant and Washington have the rights to video at their home gyms. So those are probably the two games this year that you will not have visuals for. But aside from that, every single other one will be on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network YouTube channel, where you can find me talking for all the girls and boys basketball games. Boys game coming up after this. Should say around 7:30, but it's about 6:05 now, so it might be closer to 8 by the time that game gets tipped off. Do you know if we're doing anthem first or starting lineups? And you can hear the Mount Pleasant pep band getting on the other side of the gym, being very loud as usual, but always love to hear that from a pep band. Alrighty, so with about 30 seconds to go until tip-off, it looks like they might be doing the starting lineups first here, as both teams have finished warming up and have both headed over to their respective benches. Just check to see if my starting lineup is correct. And yes, it is. With about 5 seconds to go, we will hear the PA announcer shortly. See if I'm right or not. If I am, good on me, apparently. Alrighty, so we're going to get started with the starting lineups here tonight, sponsored by Packwood Locker and Meats of Packwood. You can visit them at packwoodlockwoodandmeats.com. I guess little stoppage here, trying to figure out. Looks like the anthem might be going on first because choir kids from Mount Pleasant are moving on to the court. So we're going to step aside here and be back with the starting lineups eventually here on Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
This is Miss Bonnie at Packwood Locker and Meats of Packwood. Packwood Locker and Meats brings farm fresh to your table. Beefy with boldness, porky with perfection, fresh off the farm and into your kitchen. We know how to make every meal a masterpiece. Trust the quality and savor the taste, because at Packwood Locker and Meats, fresh isn't just a promise, it's a guarantee. Now open for retail and pickup 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Fridays and Saturdays. Visit packwoodlockerandmeats.com for more information. Trust me, you can't beat Peyton's meat, and we dare you to try.
We care. At Jefferson County Health Center, it's the little things that make a big difference. We believe every patient deserves to feel safe and comforted, no matter what brings them here. We strive to turn fear into comfort. We are committed to ensuring every patient feels informed, supported, and truly cared for.
Jefferson County Health Center, care you can count on. It's what we do.
Dr. Matt here, looking for complete dental care for your entire family? At Fairfield Dental Clinic in Fairfield, that's exactly what we provide.
Dr. Pat here. We pride ourselves on delivering comprehensive care from routine cleanings to advanced procedures. At Fairfield Dental Clinic, we're committed to creating healthy smiles in a comfortable, caring environment.
We live here, we work here, and we're proud to care for generations of families from Fairfield and the surrounding area. Call today for an appointment. Fairfield Dental Clinic, complete dental care for your entire family, your neighbors, your dentists, your smile.
Welcome back in. Just finished up the national anthem here at Mount Pleasant High School, played by the high school choir here. So we're going to get the starting lineups just about ready to go here, sponsored by Packwood Locker and Meats. Apologies for prematurely calling them out before the anthem. And so we're going to get started with the home Mount Pleasant Panthers. Starting for them, we have the sophomore guard, number 4, Abigail Shelengowski. Then along with her, we have number 12, the senior guard, Abby Carthy. The senior guard, number 14, Kinley White, their leading points per game scorer. The senior guard at number 20, Maya Starr. And then finally, the junior forward/guard, number 23, Paulton Ensminger. And then on the other side for your home Fairfield Trojans, at guard, number 2, Emma Metcalf, the junior. And then number 3, the senior guard, Maddie Martin. Her cousin, the other senior guard, number 5, Maddie Martin. Lauren Martin, apologies. Sometimes mixing them up. And then at forward, number 11, Faith Jones. And finally, down in the paint, the senior, number 50, Elise Setterstrom, as they finish up announcing the starting lineups for both squads here at Mount Pleasant. The lights dim down as they're about ready to call out the Mount Pleasant starters. We're going to say a quick thanks to all our sponsors here. Pre-game, of course, was sponsored by Community First Credit Union, as we are just about ready for tip-off. Then the starting lineups, of course, sponsored by Packwood Locker and Meats. That first quarter coming up in just a minute. Sponsored by Jefferson County Health Center, care you can count on. That's what we do. That second quarter sponsored by Fairfield Dental Clinic. Halftime will be sponsored by Smithburg Automotive. That third quarter sponsored by Lisco. And your fourth and final quarter sponsored by Brandon Taglauer, your Beck Seed dealer. Every three-pointer made will be sponsored by Beener Funeral Home, and the post-game will be sponsored by Cranston Family Funeral Home. Once again, the Trojan girls will be back home Monday to play Van Buren County. We will have visuals for that one, as we are just about wrapped up with the starting lineups here at Mount Pleasant High School. Not a terribly far drive compared to early in this week, where we had to travel about an hour to Burlington and about 90 minutes to Centerville. But both teams made it fine, and they're both ready to play basketball here as lights have come back on. And we're about ready for action here in the first quarter. It's my first time doing a radio broadcast compared to visuals, so I can't call out, of course, Mount Pleasant wearing their home whites and Trojans wearing their away blacks, but that means nothing to the people at home. As we are about to get underway here. Trojans looking to complete their third game of the week with a win, while Mount Pleasant looking to make it back-to-back wins after they defeated New London on Tuesday. Alrighty, due to a technical violation by the Fairfield Trojans before pregame, Mount Pleasant going to shoot 2 free throws. Little unorthodox for a start of a game, but at the line right now. Mount Pleasant, her hair's in the way of her number, unfortunately. I'll get that number coming up after that. The first free throw, no good. And second offering coming up. And then after, since it's a technical, Mount Pleasant will get the ball. She gets the first point. That basket, or that layup made by, well, free throw. I had to find the right word there. Free throw was made by Abby Carthy, the senior. So I went 1 for 2 on that trip to the line. And then Mount Pleasant will start with the ball at half court, and we are officially underway in this game. On a doubleheader, the bounce pass to Sholingowski. Almost through her fingertips, but keeping it in. The pass down low inside. The layup no good. The offensive rebound and putback again no good. Little scramble for the ball still in Mount Pleasant hands. Whistle blows, and a jump ball is called. Ensminger got the first rebound, and then on the other side, Sholingowski had the second one, but both layups no good. It is still 1-0 as Fairfield will get the ball coming out of the whistle with about 7.5 to go already. Emma Metcalf taking it up past half court, giving it to Maddie Martin as they're swinging it around to the left side of the three-point line. Down inside, Elise Setterstrom. Her right-hand floater in the paint goes down as the Trojans get out to a 2-1 lead. Trojans playing full court zone defense as they've been playing over the last few games to start Stoughton. Bounce pass to Ensminger. She steps inside the three-point line but gives it right back out to White. Over to Starr. Back to Carthy, still outside the three-point line, moving it left to Sholingowski. Back to Starr, she's moving right, bounce pass to Ensminger. Now at the right side, Carthy sidesteps her three-pointer, goes down, butter. As that point by Carthy giving her 4 points now, and all 4 points for the Panthers as they go up 4-2, about 90 seconds through. As Maddie Martin now with the ball for the Trojans, moving it over left, over to Martin. Pass was tipped by Sholingowski. And then another bounce pass trying to get it into Elise Setterstrom is disrupted, and they call a foul. That'll be on number 23, Peyton Ensminger. Trojans will keep the ball under their own hoop. That's the first foul on Ensminger and first foul on the Panthers in this quarter. Maddie Martin inbound over to Lauren Martin, back over to Metcalf. Her left corner three, no good, but the offensive rebound into Metcalf. She gets her hook shot off, no good. Rebound by Setterstrom, and her putback no good as well. Rebounded by Carthy of the Panthers over to Shelingowski as they're able to clear the zone, and they call a travel, and that will be on Starr. As Trojans will now inbound, just over 6 minutes to go. 4-2 still the score. As Emma Metcalf will take it up past that middle line. She's rolling left inside the paint, back out to Martin. Lauren Martin's three off the side of the rim and over the hoop, as that will be out of play and Mount Pleasant basketball. Trojans still staying in their full court zone defense, trying to disrupt the Panthers. Shelingowski getting it over to Ensminger as she's going down the left side and clears, but she travels before she's able to get the pass off. And we have our quick first substitution of the game. That will be for the Trojans. And that will be Vanessa Kessel, number 1, coming in for Emma Metcalf. First sub for either team with 5:42 to go in the first. As she's taking it up past half court for the Trojans again. She's missed the last few games, dealing with a little injury, sick bug. As Lauren Martin now with it, moving inside the three-point line. Bounce pass over to Jones, and a good down court pass to Setterstrom. Her layup no good, gets her rebound, and is fouled on the putback. Shot was no good, but she will shoot 2 from the line. As the only basket made by the Trojans up to this point, looking to add on to her total, as she's going to shoot 2 at the line with 5:20 to go in the first. First one at no good off the front rim. So far to this point, Setterstrom, I believe, led the team in points on Monday against Burlington. She had over 10, I believe 13, yes. As the second one, no good, but Faith Jones able to get the offensive rebound for the moment, and then it's stripped out and eventually into the hands of White. White sprinting down the right line, tried to get the foul while she was driving, and she lost her dribble and goes out of bounds. Will be Trojan basketball. No foul was called on the play as Trojans taking it up past half court. Vanessa Kessel looking back at her coach, looking for a play to call, as she's moving right after the screen by Setterstrom, taking it herself. Her layup no good, but 2 free throws coming for number 1. 4:57 to go. That foul was on Abigail Shelingowski. That is her first. 3 fouls now on the game for the Panthers, in the quarter, and none by Fairfield, as Kessel looking for her first free throw. And gets it to fall. She's been out of action for a little bit. As said earlier, she's been dealing with a bit of a sick bug. So in her absence, she's been replaced by Emma Metcalf. And as she's working to get back fully healthy, this is her first action in a few weeks. So welcome back, number 1. As she goes 2 for 2 at the line, giving the Trojans and Panthers, making them all knotted up at 4, as on the full court press, it was stolen for the second by Maddie Martin, but she stepped out of bounds trying to get it in for the easy bucket. So Mount Pleasant will keep the ball, as a rocket over to Ensminger on the right side. Will keep it and move it over into their side of the court, over to an open Shelingowski. Layup no good, and a rebound by Lauren Martin of the Trojans. But Setterstrom's pass over to Kessel over her head. And last touch by the Trojans, it will be Mount Pleasant ball on their side of the court with 4:38 to go. Still knotted up at 4. Over on the scores table side, a long pass over to Shelingowski, and she spots up and shoots her 2. It's no good. And a travel is called on the rebound attempt. It was an offensive rebound, but it could have been called a jump ball. It could have been called a travel, and the referee chose a travel. So Fairfield basketball with now under 4.5 to go, as Vanessa Kessel eventually leading over to Maddie Martin, and she's fouled on her driving layup attempt. And 4 fouls quickly for the Panthers. That is on Abby Carthy. So now 4 of the 5 Panther players have fouls in this first quarter, not even halfway through. as Maddie Martin looking to shoot her first. That one no good. And coming in for both squads is number 1, Haley Lydolf. And then for the Trojans was number 42, Emma Scepter. 4:24 left to go in the first quarter. As the second free throw underway, it's a swish. Goes 1 for 2 at the line, giving the Trojans the early lead, 5-4, as ref is over at the scores table, possibly looking at clock issue or a substitution issue. And another technical is called. And they will call a score book violation on the Trojans. They claim number 42, which is Emma Scepter's number the whole season, is not in the book. And so I'm not quite sure how that's possible. She's been a player and number 42 the whole season. But as Coach Witzenberg's over at the scores table trying to figure that out, Carthy is over at the free throw line shooting her 3rd and 4th attempts. First one no good. I really don't know how that's possible, because I think through 9 games she's been the backup center. She's played every game as number 42, so for whatever reason the scores table just didn't have number 42 in. But the second free throw good, and that knots it up at 5 apiece with 4:24. No fouls have been called on the Trojans, but 2 technicals, both on the scoreboard violations. As Witzenberg is still over at the scores table after the 2 free throws, and the Panthers looking to finally start action. Yeah, referee's still over there looking at the scores table, and we are finally back to action as Witzenberg moves back over to his bench. Those aren't fouls on Witzenberg, so he's able to still stand, which is a rule in high school basketball. And whistle blown as White, looking to inbound it for the Panthers, gets it into number 4, Shelingowski. Up at the top of the three-point line, looking for an open Carthy. Carthy at the top right, driving left. And her left-hand layup, underhand, no good, rebounded by Maddie Martin of the Trojans. There's a high pass over to Vanessa Kessel, over to Jones for 3. No good off the front rim. And the rebound ripped away by Carthy of the Panthers. Pass down to White on the right side. Down inside, Shelingowski in the gray area. That mid-range shot good by the Panthers. Her first basket, giving Panthers the 7-5 lead now, under 4 to go in the first. Getting it over on the right side to Martin, back to Kessel as they move it left. And now back right, hasn't moved inside the three-point line. Back and forth, Martin takes her shot from 3, off front rim, no good. Offensive rebound by Maddie Martin. Her spin around shot, no good. Rebound by Vanessa Kessel. Over to Faith Jones. Foul is called on the ground by the Panthers, and that will put Fairfield in the bonus. And so Faith Jones will shoot 2 at the line, as that foul was on number 1, Haley Lydolf, the sophomore guard off the bench, and that is her first foul. So now 5 different players have fouled for the Panthers, as quite a few substitutions came in. I'll try to get these all in. Number 21 for the Panthers, Elodie Rawson, the freshman. And then number 4 for the Trojans, Lenora Felt, the junior guard. Number 2, Emma Metcalf, the starter. And then number 50, Elise Setterstrom, back in with 3:22 to go. The second of 2 falls for Faith Jones, making it 7-6 Mount Pleasant. As the full court zone defense the Trojans still in has been an issue, as Lydolf is able to pass it through over in the right corner. 3-pointer, no good. That shot was by the recently entered in Rawson. Fast break into Elise Setterstrom underneath, but she picked up her feet. That'll be a travel with exactly 3 to go in the first quarter. Sponsored by Jefferson County Health Center. Care you can count on. That's what we do. And then a substitution coming in is Anna McAvan of the Fairfield Trojans. As Trojans remain in full court zone. And Carthy, a high pass down to Rawson on the right side. And then the handoff to Lydolf. Lost for the moment, but ends up back in the hands of Lydolf. Her step back, mid-range shot, no good, rebounded by Setterstrom. And Anna McAvan now taking it up for the Trojans at just over 2.5 to go. Faith Jones at the top left of the three-point line, looking for an opening. Pass is intercepted by Rawson of the Panthers. And then a jump ball is called as Metcalf trying to rip it away from Shelengowski on the next pass. Will still be Mount Pleasant ball as coming in for the Trojans is number 5, Lauren Martin. In for Faith Jones. As Mount Pleasant inbounding on the Trojan side of the courts. Has to pass half court. And Shelengowski able to do that for the Panthers over to Ensminger. She's driving left and her left-hand layup falls. Her first 2 of the game as Panthers go up 9-6. Metcalf now the point guard in for the Trojans as she takes it up past half court. Trying to slow the tempo down as we're dipped under 2 minutes. Into the right corner, the 3 by Lenora Felt, no good. Rebound by Carthy. And Trojans moving back into defense as they're able to pass half courts. Ends up in the hands of Shelengowski. And it's ripped away for the second, and they call a jump ball, a very quick jump ball called. It will be Fairfield ball after it's ripped out. Coming back in for the Trojans, yet another substitution in is number 1, Vanessa Kessel. So they're running 2 point guards with 1:40. So far, 5 fouls have been called on the Panthers, none yet on the Trojans. Yet it's 9-6, Mount Pleasant ahead. As Emma Metcalf on the left side. Rocketing one into Elise Setterstrom. Her spin around bank shot, no good. Rebound by Rawson. The junior guard taking it down the right side, but a 30-second timeout will be called by the Mount Pleasant. We're going to step aside for that and be back in 30 on Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
This holiday season, connection means more than ever. At Lisco, we're proud to keep you close no matter the distance. With fiber-fast internet, crystal clear TV, and reliable phone service, your moments of laughter, your video calls, and your favorite holiday movies all shine brighter. Because at Lisco, connection isn't just what we provide, it's what we believe in. From our family to yours, happy holidays from Lisco, keeping you connected to what matters most.
.120 to go in the first, 9-6. Mount Pleasant ahead of Fairfield. Current leaders for both squads. At number 12, Abby Carthy, the senior, has 5 points for the Panthers, along with 2 from Abby Shelengowski and 2 from Peyton Ensminger. Mount Pleasant inbounding to start this possession. Carthy taking it the whole way. Her free throw line shot, no good, but the offensive rebound and putback by Lydolf is good. First bench points for the Panthers as the bounce pass inside to Setterstrom. Whistle is called. That will be on the floor. That it will be on the Panthers. Foul is on number 14, Kinley White. Putting all 5 starters for Mount Pleasant, or giving all of them a foul. And since Trojans are in the bonus, they will shoot 2 at the line. Here's Elise Setterstrom, who will be taking those shots. Her first one on the line, no good. She hasn't made one yet. She has 2 points, though, the only field goal made by the Trojans, along with 1 by Lauren Martin, 1 by Faith Jones, and then 2 free throws made by Vanessa Kessel, giving all 6 total points for the Trojans. Setterstrom looking to add on to that as the second one. Again, no good. Yet to make one at the line. Rebound taken in and cleared by the Panthers as it's Carthy taking it up. Down the right side by Mount Pleasant. Now down to 45 seconds left. Lydolf with it at the top of the three-point line. Over to Starr. Starr rolling right, and her bounce pass is intercepted by Martin. Martin trying to fast break, pass it down to Kessel, but it's over her head. And another turnover by the Trojans. Will be Mount Pleasant ball. Coming in for Fairfield is number 11, Faith Jones. With 31.3 to go, Mount Pleasant will have to go full length of the court. Shot clock is off, and the half-court pass down to Rawson, and then back to Starr was intercepted by Kessel. Again, shot clock is off. One pass down to Metcalf. Her three-pointer no good. And we'll say as it goes out of bounds, last touched by the Trojans will be Mount Pleasant ball. Now 18.7 to go. 6 fouls called on Mount Pleasant. None yet on the Trojans. And full court zone still played by the Trojans as White able to pass it over down to Lightoff. Lightoff driving right. Her layup no good. And taken out of bounds by the Trojans will be Mount Pleasant ball with 5 seconds to go in the first. Onto their own hoop. Let's see if they are able to get a shot off. Carthy to inbound for the Panthers. Trojans playing zone, half-court zone. Inside, it's stolen by Metcalf. See if she gets a shot off. She does not. 11-6 is the score after one. Mount Pleasant ahead, and we're going to step aside and start the second quarter after this here on Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Community First Credit Union's best auto loan refinance offer is back. Enjoy an excellent rate plus no payments for 90 days. 2 great specials in one. Available for a limited time only. We make financing simple with fast, convenient online applications and easy pre-approval. Whether you're buying new, purchasing used, or refinancing your current auto loan, drive away with a vehicle loan from See First, where together is better. Stop by or apply online today at seefirstcu.com.
Subject to credit approval and program qualifications. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Planning for 2026 starts now. Call me, Brandon Taglart, your local Beck's seed dealer. I am here and ready to help Southeast Iowa farmers secure the best genetics for next season. With supply chain challenges and increasing demand, ordering your 2026 seed early means getting exactly what you need for your fields. I bring local expertise and Beck's proven performance together. Call me, Brandon Taglart, your Beck's seed dealer, serving Southeast Iowa. 641-919-7526. Order your 2026 seed now and plant with confidence.
Welcome back in. Start of the second quarter, 11-6. Mount Pleasant ahead of the Trojans. They will inbound to start the second quarter. Leading scorers for both squads for Mount Pleasant, it is Abby Carthy with 5 points, Schellingowski with 2, Ensminger with 2, and off the bench, Lightoff with 2. On the other side, Elise Sederstrom with 2 for the Trojans, 2 off the bench by Vanessa Kessel, and 1 apiece for Faith Jones and Maddie Martin. As Mount Pleasant will start with the inbound, Schellingowski over to Starr inside. It was for the second taken away by Jones. Ends up in the hands of White. Her layup no good, but foul will be called on the Trojans, and White will shoot 2 at the line. That foul was on number 11, Faith Jones. Just went right through Jones's hands, into the hands of White, who got the shot up. Her first free throw good. Her first points of the game, now 7:45 to go. That's the first foul on Fairfield, and it came in the second quarter. Second of 2, that one off back rim, no good. Rebounded by Emma Metcalf of the Trojans. Gets it over to Vanessa Kessel. Into the left corner was Jones. Back to Kessel, her 3. Off back iron, no good. And Carthy taking it back across half court for the Panthers. Now under 7.5 to go. She's taking it herself on the left side. Her layup no good. Rebound, a hard rebound. Taken in by Faith Jones. Jones to the right side to Metcalf. She thought about a 3, but dumps it inside. Faith Jones, her back step floater no good. And then a fight for the rebound will end up in a jump ball. Fairfield will keep possession with 7:08 to go. Maddie Martin will inbound for Fairfield as Mount Pleasant in 2-3 zone. As the inbound in the middle of the paint by Faith Jones, dumping it back out to Metcalf. Back over to Jones, her 3-pointer short. And a foul will be called on the rebound on the Trojans. That will be on Lauren Martin of the Trojans. That's her first foul. 2 fouls within the first minute by Fairfield. A complete flip of the script since the first quarter. And coming in for the Trojans was number 50, Elise Setterstrom, for Emma Metcalf. So for the 5 starters out for the Trojans, along with Vanessa Kessel, as Trojans still in that full court defense. As the fire pass over to Starr is too far out of reach, and it rolls to the other side of the court and out of bounds. Trojan basketball after an errant pass by Carthy. And Vanessa Kessel, the point guard out for the Trojans now, will take it past half court. Panthers still in 2-3 zone, haven't met her yet as she just reaches the three-point line. Driving right herself, it's poked out, but gets it back, and the right-hand layup goes down. Vanessa Kessel now with 4 points, leading the Trojans in points, making it 12-7 our score. And Sminger back to Carthy as she clears half court, going right. Back to the right corner is White. And Sminger trying to get around Setterstrom, dumping it over to Carthy. Carthy driving in, her layup no good. Fight for the rebound on the ground was Maddie Martin. The whistle blows. I believe one said foul and one said there was a jump ball, but we'll see what happens. They will just say foul was on Mount Pleasant. That will be on number 12, Abby Carthy, her second foul, and coming in for the Trojans is Anna McAvan for Vanessa Kessel. Inbounding is Maddie Martin, who just got that hard rebound and then was getting grabbed at while she was on the ground by Carthy. Now under 6 to go, 12-7 the score. Back over on the left side was Maddie Martin taking it down the sideline, and her layup no good. Rebounded by White as she's sprinting down on the right side. Her layup attempt good, and one for Kinley White with 5:48 to go. Now 14-7 is the score. That foul was on Anna McAvan. And Kinley White, her first free throw is good on the trip around, making it 15-8 now. Now with 4 points on the quarter and on the game as well, as Anna McAvan gets it over to Lauren Martin as they swing it around. The three-point shot by Faith Jones, no good. Rebound by Starr for the moment. And then a whistle blown on the rebound by Maddie Martin. The foul was on Maddie Martin. That will be her first. And coming in for both squads is Haley Lidoff, the sophomore guard for Mount Pleasant, and Emma Metcalf, number 2, the junior guard for the Trojans. Fairfield now has 4 fouls on the quarter, not even 3 minutes in. As Mount Pleasant travels, trying to get it past half court, will be Fairfield ball on their side of the court. Mount Pleasant only has 1 foul to this point. Threes have not come at a high clip for either team to this point. As we are nearing the halfway point in the second, it's been a very low-scoring game. As Elise Setterstrom fires one down to under the basket by Maddie Martin. Her layup no good. Taken across by Starr, bounce pass to White. White driving on the right side. Her layup no good, but a foul was called on Emma Metcalf. That will put the Trojans in the bonus. That foul was on Emma Metcalf. Apologies. I'll put Mount Pleasant in the bonus, not Fairfield in the bonus. That foul was on Emma Metcalf, of course. That is her first. As White will shoot her 4th and 5th free throws. She's currently 2 for 3 on the day. She makes her first on this trip down. That'll make it 16-8. No substitutions on this trip to the line, as White will look to shoot her second and gets both of them at that trip now with 7 points. 6 points, I apologize. Leading the Panthers in points. Emma Metcalf over to Anna McAvan. McAvan's three off the backboard, no good. Rebounded by Kinley White. White bounce pass. And the ball was kicked by Metcalf. Out of play will be Mount Pleasant ball. Under their own hoop with 4:52 to go. In this second quarter, sponsored by Fairfield Dental Clinic on West Adams in Fairfield. The bounce pass by Stars ripped away by Metcalf. Another steal now for Metcalf as they swing it around. Faith Jones with an open look at three. Off back iron over the hoop. And that will be out of bounds called. And another missed three by the Trojans as Mount Pleasant will inbound on their baseline. Ball lost by Rydall for a second. White drove inside. Her layup no good. No foul called as McAvan taking it down. She's called for a double dribble, trying to get it past half court, trying to spin around. And will be Mount Pleasant ball on their side of the court with 4:23 to go. 17-8 is the score. Mount Pleasant ahead as Haley Lightoff will take it to start the possession for the Panthers. Back over to Shelengowski, but a little silent on the points today. Bounce pass is another steal by Metcalf. And then a jump ball is called as she lost her handle for a second, and Maddie Martin dove on it, as well as star of the Panthers. And that possession arrow points to Mount Pleasant. They will keep it under their own hoop at their baseline. And some quick substitutions coming in for the Trojans is number 1, Vanessa Kessel, and number 5, Lauren Martin, as Shelengowski will inbound under her own hoop, with 4:07 to go. Bounce pass inside. Ensminger is fouled on her shots by Setterstrom. And Ensminger will go to the line. Ensminger has 2 points so far. That was on a field goal. But her first 2 free throws coming up. Ensminger's first shot off back iron and goes down, gets the lucky bounce. Giving her now 3 points on the game. Looking to make that 4. As a late substitution by the Trojans before the second shot can go off. They're going to keep her on until after second shot. Ensminger's shot goes down. Giving her 4 points, 2 for 2 on the day now. Coming in for Fairfield was number 4, Lenora Feltz, with 4:05 to go in the first. Trojans with 5 fouls, Mount Pleasant in the bonus because of that. And Mount Pleasant only with 1 foul. A flip of the script compared to the first quarter when Mount Pleasant had 6 fouls and Fairfield had none. As Vanessa Kessel, back over to Lauren Martin, is still outside the three-point line. Wrapping it around, Lenora Felt on the left side. Her three-pointer puts it in. The first three-pointer of the game by the Trojans makes it 19-11. That's Felt's first points as well, as the ball is tipped by Metcalf. But White, sprinting down, gets fouled. And that foul will be on Lauren Martin. 2 more free throws will be coming for Kinley White. That is Lauren Martin's second foul, 6th foul overall on the quarter. But 2 free throws coming for Kinley White. Her first one no good. White leading the Panthers with 6 points so far. And 4 of her 6 points have been free throws. As the second one no good, but the offensive rebound by Ensminger, and she gets the easy layup to fall with 3.5 to go. White goes 0 for 2 at the line, but Ensminger's there for the offensive rebound and score. 21-11 Mount Pleasant, as Lauren Martin getting it inside the three-point line on the right side, and now they're swinging it to the left. Ends up at the top of the 3 by Vanessa Kessel. It is swatted out of bounds by Maya Starr of the Panthers. And Fairfield will keep the ball under their own hoop. Coming in for the Trojans was number 3, Maddie Martin, with 3:10 to go in this second quarter. Martin to inbound after she just came in. Inside was Lauren Martin. She is fouled on her shot. That foul was on, I believe, number 1, Haley Lydolf. That's her second foul. Lauren Martin will go to the line to shoot 2, her first chance at points. Martin's first is a swish, and coming in for the Panthers is number 21, Elodie Rawson, the freshman. Coming in for the girl that recently fouled to send this trip to the line, Haley Lydolf. Second of 2 coming with 3:09 to go by Lauren Martin. And she gets 2 for 2, her first 2 points of the game. 21-13 the score. As Trojans still remain in full court zone. Ensminger passing half court, and another foul will be called as Ensminger was driving, and Lauren Martin with a push. That will send Ensminger to the line. That is Lauren Martin's third foul with 3:03 to go in the second. And it looks like Faith Jones will be coming in for her, because Lauren Martin will be needed for the rest of the game, as Ensminger will be at the line for her third and fourth free throw of the game. And the third one, similar to the first 2, go down. Now with 7 points, Ensminger leading the team in points, and coming in for the Trojans was Faith Jones for the Trojans. Ensminger's second, no good. Rebound taken in on the right side by Elise Setterstrom, as Vanessa Kessel taking it down on the left side, as it's back to Felt, and Felt's pass to Jones in the left corner went through her fingertips. And another turnover by the Trojans will give Mount Pleasant the ball with 2:53 to go in the second. And the ball is underneath the stands after a little haphazard bounce off the back wall. The referee emerges from underneath the stands with the basketball, to the applaud of the fans here. And Mount Pleasant will, after a little break in action, get ball to start. I've called a few games this year, but I've never seen the ball actually go under the bleachers. But Schellingowski passing it, or getting it across, and she's taking it herself past the line, and a whistle blows, and she will shoot 2 after she drove in for the layup. And that foul was on Vanessa Kessel. That is her first foul, and Schellingowski goes to the line. Makes her first one. Again, a complete flip of script from the first quarter. I believe this is now the 8th foul on the Trojans. They stopped the count after 5 on the scoreboard, but I believe it's 8 fouls to 2 in the second. Schellingowski's second, no good, so she went 1 for 2 at the line. Faith Jones ends up with the basketball, and she's able to cross half court over to Kessel on the right side. Her 3 off the rim, but she gets her own rebound. The 2 by Felt, no good. And a scramble for the rebound will be, for the moment, Fairfield ball, but they're going to call a jump ball as Rawson able to get her hands on it. Will be Fairfield ball with the possession arrow pointing that way. Maddie Martin inbound on the Mount Pleasant baseline. And coming in for the Trojans with 2:26 to go is Emma Metcalf. In for the other point guard, Vanessa Kessel. With 23-13 is the score. Maddie Martin inbounding it. Inbound to Lenora Felt, who lost it for the second. Back out to Faith Jones. Her 3 no good after the pass ends up in her hands. And White is hit while she throws it. And that will be another foul on the Trojans. She will go to the line for 2 more free throws. That foul was on Emma Metcalf. That is her second. Kinley White with her 8th and 9th free throw attempts of the quarter. Her first one no good. No substitutions coming in with 2:16 to go. I believe that is now the 9th foul on the Trojans in the second quarter. Second one goes down for her, as White now with 7 points. And Lenora Felt taking it up across for the Trojans as they're passing it back and forth between Faith Jones, Lenora Felt, and Emma Metcalf. Ends up in the hands of Emma Metcalf, who gets a look from three. Bounces off the rim twice and no good. Trojans only with one foul. I believe she thought the whistle blew, didn't pick up her dribble. No foul is called, and on the other end, Shelengowski is fouled by Setterstrom as she drove on the left side for her layup. And that foul was on Setterstrom. That is her second. And 2 free throws coming for Shelengowski. Her first one no good. And coming in for the Trojans is 42 Emma Scepter for Elise Setterstrom with 1:48 to go. Free throws have definitely become a big theme in Mount Pleasant's points in this second quarter as Shelengowski goes 0 for 2 at the line. Offensive rebound by Starr, and her layup put back no good. And Maddie Martin's able to clear it for the Trojans as she's going right side, is fouled as she passes it by White. That will be her second foul with 1:38 to go in the second. That is the third foul of the quarter on the Panthers. 2 more will put the Trojans in the bonus. As Martin's pass goes through the hands of Lenora Felt, another turnover by the Trojans. So Mount Pleasant ball with 1:31 to go in the fourth, or second, not the fourth. Apologies on that. As Rawson will take it, trying to get it around Emma Metcalf to get past half court. She does eventually, as she has a look inside, and a whistle is called. That will be on Emma Metcalf. Looked like she possibly carried, but the referee saw a grab by Emma Metcalf. That is her third foul as Rawson will go to the line to shoot 2 more free throws for the Panthers. I'm going to count these free throws up for the Panthers now. First one good, and this is the 19th and 20th free throws by the Mount Pleasant Panthers in this quarter alone. Coming in for both squads was number 50, Bella Dodds of Mount Pleasant. And then for the Trojans was Aubrey Ryan, the sophomore, number 12, as Vanessa Kessel going to her right. Ends up back outside on the right corner with 1:10 to go. She's taking it the whole length of the drive. Bounce pass to Ryan. Can't hold on to it. Dodds loses her dribble out of bounds. We'll say it was poked out by the Trojans. So with 1:04, we'll resume action with Mount Pleasant. Starting with the ball, Dodds back to Rawson as she's able to clear the half-court line. Back to Dodds. Shelengowski thought about a 3, now takes one. That one short of the mark. Pass was tipped by Scepter. A rebound was tipped. Her shot no good. The Star tried for a 3, but she traveled before she's able to get the shot off. With 49 seconds to go, 26-13. Mount Pleasant ahead is the score. Mount Pleasant with seemingly a million fouls on the advantage in the second quarter over the Trojans, who only have 3 to this point. Vanessa Kessel taking it up past half court, giving it to Martin. Back to Ryan, back inside to Scepter, back to Martin. Martin driving her floater, no good. And then the bounce, they say, was tipped by the Trojans as it went out of bounds. With 30.8 to go in the second. Shot clock is now off for the second quarter. And Mount Pleasant will look to go the length of the court. As a far pass down to Starr is able to clear half court. Bounce pass inside will be stolen by Kessel. With 20 seconds, we'll see if this is the final possession. Picking up her dribble over to Faith Jones, a quick trigger, no good. Offensive rebound by Martin. The spin around putback, no good. Third attempt by Scepter, no good as well. As Starr's able to inbound over to Shelengowski, putting it up with 3 seconds, no good. And that will end the first half with the rebound by Jones. 26-13, Mount Pleasant ahead. And we're going to be right back with the Smithburg Automotive halftime reports after this here on Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Shopping for a quality used car? Check out the inventory at Smithburg Automotive's lot at 1503 West Burlington Avenue in Fairfield. Need repairs? They've got you covered at the South 23rd Street location. Call 641-472-2454 or visit smithburgs.com. Need quality used parts? Head to Smitty's Auto Recycling on West Grimes in Fairfield. They've got fresh inventory arriving all the time. Selling parts or have a wrecked vehicle? They buy unwanted cars too. Call 472-4200 or stop by to see what's new in the yard.
This is Jeremy with Cranston Family Funeral Home. I want to take a moment and say thank you, not for choosing our funeral home, although we're deeply honored when you do, but for showing up for your neighbors, for supporting small businesses, for standing in line at visitations and hugging people you maybe haven't seen in years. That is what makes our communities feel like home. At Cranston Family Funeral Home, we don't believe in flashy promises. We believe in showing up quietly, respectfully, and doing the work that matters when it matters most. So from our family to yours, thank you. We see you, we are grateful for you, and we'll be here when you need us.
We care. At Jefferson County Health Center, it's the little things that make a big difference. We believe every patient deserves to feel safe and comforted, no matter what brings them here. We strive to turn fear into comfort. We are committed to ensuring every patient feels informed, supported, and truly cared for.
Jefferson County Health Center, care you can count on. It's what we do.
Community First Credit Union's best auto loan refinance offer is back. Enjoy an excellent rate plus no payments for 90 days. 2 great specials in one. Available for a limited time only. We make financing simple with fast, convenient online applications and easy pre-approval. Whether you're buying new, purchasing used, or refinancing your current auto loan, drive away with a vehicle loan from See First, where together is better. Stop by or apply online today at seefirstcu.com.
Subject to credit approval and program qualifications. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Dr. Matt here. Looking for complete dental care for your entire family? At Fairfield Dental Clinic in Fairfield, that's exactly what we provide.
Dr. Pat here. We pride ourselves on delivering comprehensive care from routine cleanings to advanced procedures. At Fairfield Dental Clinic, we're committed to creating healthy smiles in a comfortable, caring environment.
We live here, we work here, and we're proud to care for generations of families from Fairfield and the surrounding area. Call today for an appointment. Fairfield Dental Clinic. Complete dental care for your entire family, your neighbors, your dentists, your smile.
If community matters, choose a family that values community. When you choose Beaner Funeral Home, you are choosing more than a business and more than a building. You are choosing a family. When you support those who give back to the community by way of volunteerism, talents, and monetary investments, you are ensuring this legacy of giving continues. We offer the most economical cremation and traditional burial pricing in our area and invite you to experience the Beaner difference of community, compassion, and commitment.
You're watching the Fairfield Trojans on the Ottumwa Radio YouTube channel.
Welcome back in. Halftime here in Mount Pleasant as the Panthers ahead of the Trojans 26-13. We're going to get things underway here on this halftime show, sponsored by Smithburg Automotive. From vehicle maintenance, rental, and vehicle sales with 2 locations in Fairfield and Smitty's Auto and Recycling of Fairfield. Call them for any interest you may have in automotives. I know my father bought his vehicle from Smithburg Automotive, very trustworthy local company here. So 26-13, the halftime score. Leading points per game scores for both squads for Mount Pleasant. It is Kinley White, who got to the free throw line a bunch in that second quarter, has 7 points, along with Peyton Ensminger, who also has 7, along with 5 from Abby Carthy. On the other side for your Fairfield Trojans, off the bench, Vanessa Kessel with 4, and then the three-pointer by Lenora Felt, which was sponsored by Beaner Funeral Home, giving her 3 points, along with 2 by Elise Setterstrom and 2 by Lauren Martin. 26-13 is the score at the end of the first half. The big theme, I would say, between the first 2 quarters in quarter 1, Mount Pleasant had 6 fouls. I don't believe Fairfield had a single one, which led to, let me count these up, 8 free throw attempts in the first quarter by the Trojans, and then there were 2 scoreboard technicals technical fouls called on the Trojans by missed written in numbers for players, which allowed for Carthy to shoot 4 free throws in that first quarter as the Fairfield Trojans coming back out with 5 minutes to go until the start of the third quarter. On the second quarter, it was a complete flip of the script. I counted 20 free throw attempts by the Mount Pleasant Panthers, by far the most I've seen in any single quarter so far this season, compared to only 2 free throws that Fairfield shot. So I would say that definitely made a big impact. After one, it was 11-6, and then Mount Pleasant outscored the Trojans 15-7 at the end in the second quarter. But 20 free throws will definitely help in outscoring another team when your free throw margin is 18. With 4:20 to go in the halftime report by Smithburg Automotive, no players really in foul trouble. The most fouls that either team has. The Fairfield had quite a number of fouls in the second quarter. Emma Metcalf for the Trojans has 3 fouls, as well as Lauren Martin. And I believe I don't know if there might be a Mount Pleasant Panther with 2 fouls, but I'm not quite sure. On the scoreboard, it has all the starters out, and all the ones out there only have 1. So we'll have to get back to you with that. And also, along with getting back to you on that, tonight's game is audio only. Apologies for that, of course, for conference games in Mount Pleasant and Washington. We don't have the rights to broadcast there, so it is a radio broadcast tonight. You can catch all other live streamed action here on Ottumwa Radio Sports Network's YouTube page with about 3 minutes to go until the start of the second half and of the third quarter. We're going to step aside. 26-13 is the score at halftime. We'll be back here with you before the start of the third here on Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
This holiday season, connection means more than ever. At Lisco, we're proud to keep you close no matter the distance. With fiber-fast internet, crystal clear TV, and reliable phone service, your moments of laughter, your video calls, and your favorite holiday movies all shine brighter. Because at Lisco, connection isn't just what we provide, it's what we believe in. From our family to yours, happy holidays from Lisco, keeping you connected to what matters most.
Planning for 2026 starts now. Call me, Brandon Taglart, your local Beck's seed dealer. I am here and ready to help Southeast Iowa farmers secure the best genetics for next season. With supply chain challenges and increasing demand, ordering your 2026 seed early means getting exactly what you need for your fields. I bring local expertise and Beck's proven performance together. Call me, Brandon Taglart, your Beck's seed dealer, serving Southeast Iowa. 641-919-7526. Order your 2026 seed now and plant with confidence.
Community First Credit Union's best auto loan refinance offer is back. Enjoy an excellent rate plus no payments for 90 days. 2 great specials in one. Available for a limited time only. We make financing simple with fast, convenient online applications and easy pre-approval. Whether you're buying new, purchasing used, or refinancing your current auto loan, drive away with a vehicle loan from See First, where together is better. Stop by or apply online today at seefirstcu.com.
Subject to credit approval and program qualifications. Federally insured by the NCUA. Shopping for a quality used car? Check out the inventory at Smithburg Automotive's lot at 1503 West Burlington Avenue in Fairfield. Need repairs? They've got you covered at the South 23rd Street location. Call 641-472-2454 or visit smithburgs.com. Need quality used parts? Head to Smitty's Auto Recycling on West Grimes in Fairfield. They've got fresh inventory arriving all the time. Selling parts or have a wrecked vehicle? They buy unwanted cars too. Call 472-4200 or stop by to see what's new in the yard. You're watching the Fairfield Trojans on the Ottumwa Radio YouTube channel.
Welcome back in with about 45 seconds to go in this halftime, sponsored by Smithburg Automotive. Once again, the score 26-13 as both teams are just wrapping up warm-ups and then final talks with the coach before start of action here in the third quarter. Trojans will start with the ball, I believe. And we flipped directions for both squads, which means nothing to you people who can't see. Apologies, I believe it looks like Mount Pleasant will actually start with the ball. Still getting the hang of all these possession starts. But 26-13 the score nonetheless. Only one timeout has been called. That was by Mount Pleasant. That was a 30-second one. So five timeouts for Fairfield, 4 timeouts for the Panthers. As the Lady Panthers in white will inbound on Trojan side of the court, but they're going to quickly swift it over to their side. They're right in the middle. As the starters all out for both squads, we're about to get underway here in the third quarter. Inbound immediately to Ensminger and quickly to Carthy on the left side. And within the first 5 seconds, the Panthers have a basket. And Emma Metcalf now starting it for the Trojans, giving it over to Faith Jones, quickly back to Metcalf. As back over to Martin. Martin back to Metcalf, passing in between the two. Inside for Setterstrom, was swatted for the moment by Carthy. Will still be Fairfield ball over to Maddie Martin. Her shot inside as she drove, no good, but she will shoot 2 at the line. Now 30 seconds in, that foul was on Ensminger. That is her second foul. First foul of the quarter on the Panthers. And Maddie Martin now shooting her first and second free throw of the second half. She gets her first to fall. Now with 2 points on the game for number 3. Looking for her second on this trip to the line. Martin makes both of them. That second one on a swish, giving number 3 3 points. As White's pass is stolen by Metcalf inside to Maddie Martin, and her banking layup goes down. 4 early points in the quarter for Maddie Martin. As Carthy weaving between defenders, able to get around, taking it herself on the left side, as she loses her dribble and goes out of bounds before she was able to drive in the layup. Will be Trojan ball, 7:08 to go in the third quarter. 28-17 is the score, as Emma Metcalf will take it up for the Trojans. Over on the left side to Faith Jones. Bounce pass into Elise Setterstrom, back over to Metcalf to Jones for 3. It's good! A minute through, and her first three-pointer, giving her 4 points on the game. As it is now 28-20. Inside, Leidolf was looking for a foul as she drove into Setterstrom. She didn't get it, and then on the rebound, it was a jump ball as Leidolf and Metcalf were grabbing at each other for the ball. Possession arrow goes to the Trojans. They will get it, but first the timeout by the Panthers. That is the second timeout by the Panthers, and because of that, we're going to step aside for this 30-second timeout. Be back here with you on Atomo Radio Sports Network.
This is Jeremy with Cranston Family Funeral Home. I want to take a moment and say thank you, not for choosing our funeral home, although we're deeply honored when you do, but for showing up for your neighbors, for supporting small businesses, for standing in line at visitations and hugging people you maybe haven't seen in years. That is what makes our communities feel like home. At Cranston Family Funeral Home, we don't believe in flashy promises. We believe in showing up quietly, respectfully, and doing the work that matters when it matters most. So from our family to yours, thank you. We see you, we are grateful for you, and we'll be here when you need us.
6:33 to go, 28-20, Mount Pleasant ahead, but the recent three-pointer by Faith Jones and then 4 points in the quarter by Maddie Martin has lessened the lead set in the first half by the Panthers. Panthers' only points on this quarter so far have been on the first one. Within the first 10 seconds, they got a quick layup. Trojans with the ball to start on the left side to Martin, and as they work it back around, ends up in the hands of Metcalf, back to Martin. Martin on the left side, trying to get it inside to Setterstrom, fires it back over to Metcalf, over to Lauren Martin, where they can finally get it in, and it's ripped from behind by Ensminger. And the Panthers will now clear half court with Carthy, as we're now through 2 in the third quarter. Shalengowski travels before she's able to get the pass off. She was getting guarded very tightly by Emma Metcalf, who's about to receive the inbound pass from Maddie Martin, as we're about to get ready for continuing action here. 5:51 to go in the third, as referee is discussing with the scores table. I don't know if that's about the time or what, but we're going to have a substitution while the referee is discussing. In for the Trojans is Vanessa Kessel, in for the other point guard, Emma Metcalf, in this third quarter, which is sponsored by Lisco, your experts for fiber optics. Call Lisco of Fairfield today to get set up. Again, 28-20 is the score at the half. It was 26-13. Trojans have scored 7 points within the first 3 minutes of action, as we are now underway. Back again in the third as Vanessa Kessel at the very top of the three-point line, cutting right inside the whole way. Takes about 5 bounces off the back iron and falls down. That is now 6 points for Vanessa Kessel, as Ensminger on the right side able to get through. Bounce pass over to Lydolf. Back out to White on the right side. Back to Carthy at the top of the three-point line, driving left inside. It's cleanly blocked away by Kessel, as Kessel taking it herself back past half court. On the right side in the corner was Martin. Back to Kessel. Almost ripped away by Lydolf, inside to Setterstrom. That right layup no good. Rebound by Carthy, 28-22, now under 5 to go. As Trojans have come out pretty hot, as Shalengowski had an open look at 3, but dishes it over to the right corner for White. Bounce pass to Lydolf, and a travel is called on number 1 of the Panthers. Will be Fairfield ball right in front of the Mount Pleasant bench with 4:40 to go. Only 1 foul has been called in the first 3 minutes, which has been a vast difference between the first half. Coming in for the Trojans during that break was Aubrey Ryan, in for Elise Setterstrom, as Vanessa Kessel passed it over to Martin, and Martin's pass to Aubrey Ryan was kicked by Carthy. Will still be Fairfield ball after the stoppage in action with 4:32 to go. Martin now inbounding again, gets it into Faith Jones, over to Aubrey Ryan. Her pass for Lauren Martin goes wide and out of play. So now Mount Pleasant will inbound. And Carthy will pass across half court, as she is immediately picked up by Vanessa Kessel. Looking like the Trojans have flipped into man, as Shalengowski looking for an opening, being guarded heavily by Faith Jones. Into the left corner was Ensminger. Ensminger back over to Shalengowski, driving on the baseline on the left side. Her shot no good, but was fouled going up by Aubrey Ryan of the Trojans. So Shalengowski will go to the line for the Panthers. First foul on the quarter on the Trojans. Both teams knotted at 1 foul apiece. Shalengowski's first free throw no good. She struggled with free throws so far in this game. She's 1 for 5 with 4:02 to go. Second free throw coming up for number 4. And that one, again, no good, and goes out of play. Last touched by Ensminger of the Panthers. With exactly 4 minutes to go in the third, Trojans will start with the ball back in action. 28-22. Vanessa Kessel passing it over to Martin, and Martin's pass to Jones is swatted out of play by Kinley White of the Panthers. Faith Jones to inbound. Gets it to Vanessa Kessel back on the left side to Jones to Ryan. Long 2, Lauren Martin's 2, no good. And the rebound over the top of the defender was Shalengowski, but she travels before she can pass it out. So 3:39 to go in the third. Trojans will inbound under their own hoop, as it's become increasingly closer of a game in this third quarter. Coming in for the Trojans during this break was Emma Metcalf in for Lauren Martin. Quick pass to Faith Jones, and her spot-up shot no good. But the pass for White was too high and out of play, and will be Trojan basketball with 3:31 to go. Another sub for the Trojans, Elise Setterstrom back in. And then one final Trojan about to run on the court is Lenora Felt. So as it's been a theme all season, Coach Witzenberg likes to keep fresh legs out there for the Trojans, as they have had multiple more substitutions than the Panthers so far. Lenora Felt on the right side, looking for an outlet. Gets it to Metcalf, back over to Felt. Pump fakes a three, looking for an opening inside. Kessel is fouled while she's grabbing it by the Panthers. That will be on the floor. That foul was on Shelengowski. That is her second foul. That's the second foul in the quarter for the Panthers. And speaking of the Panthers, coming in for them is number 20, Maya Starr, the senior guard. Coming in for Haley Lydolf, as Trojans will inbound under their hoop. Jones inside to Metcalf. The hook layup no good, but the offensive rebound there by Faith Jones. Metcalf's pass inside to Setterstrom, back to Felt. Felt gets it swatted out by Starr. And taking it down court is Shelengowski on the left side. Shelengowski slowing it down at the top of the three-point line, now under 3 to go in the third quarter. Over in the left corner is Ensminger. Still man defense as she blows past Setterstrom. And a travel is called on Setterstrom. The fans here thinking that Setterstrom pushed her before she was able to get her steps through. But nonetheless, with 2:41, Fairfield will get the ball. Scoring difference so far in the third quarter, 9-2 in favor of Fairfield. Very low scoring game to this point, as Felt's pass inside to Setterstrom at the paint, inside to Faith Jones. The left-hand layup goes on the open look. 5 points in the second quarter by number 11, as it is now 28-24, as the full court press is broken up. And White over in the gray area on the right side. Get back out to Carthy. Carthy stepping inside. Her two. It's a wedgie. It's stuck in the backboard. No basket will be called with 2:05 to go. First wedgie of the season for the Fairfield Trojan girls. And of course it happened when you can't see it. So because of that, Mount Pleasant will inbound under their own hoop, after the Carthy shot gets wedged between the rim and the backboard. And we are back into action as Carthy looking to inbound it. Underneath to Ensminger, spinning around, trying to get it over Setterstrom. No good, but she gets the rebound. And her putback is good. Now with 9 points. Makes it 30-24, now under 2 to go in the third. Metcalf at the top of the three-point line, going right to Lauren Martin inside Setterstrom. Her layup no good. Rebound by White as she gets through defenders, cutting to the left. Bounce over to Carthy as she's about to pick up her dribble. And Carthy will slow it down, now under 90 seconds to go. Maya Starr with it to Ensminger at the top of the three-point line. Bounce over to the right on for Kinley White inside Ensminger. Her shot, no good. Rebound by Shelengowski. Her shot no good, but 2 free throws coming for her. Both teams now knotted at 2 fouls each. Foul was on Elise Setterstrom. They're going to call that on the floor, so not free throws coming for Shelengowski. Coming in for Mount Pleasant through the break was Elodie Rawson, the freshman. And Carthy will inbound under the Panthers' hoop, looking for an opening. It's intercepted by Metcalf as she is sprinting down the right side. Bounce pass into the hands of Martin. Lauren Martin over to Emma Metcalf. Fires one in to Lauren Martin. It gets the bounce and falls. 30-26 now with under a minute to go as Faith Jones, looking to deflect it, is rocked hard. And the foul is going to be called on Faith Jones. They're going to say she made contact, even though Faith Jones was the one who swatted it. I'm curious to see the ruling on that one. But nonetheless, it'll be Mount Pleasant ball with 54 seconds to go. They weren't able to clear half court, so they'll start on the Fairfield side. And over that break, Emma Scepter came in for Elise Setterstrom for the Trojans, as Maya Starr bouncing it over ends up in the hands of Ensminger over to Lawson. Lawson losing her dribble for the second, fires it over to Starr inside. Shelingowski, her shot no good. Last touched by Mount Pleasant with 40 seconds to go. With now 40 seconds to go, 30-26 is the score as the Trojans are biting closer to the lead that Mount Pleasant has. Over to Faith Jones, her three no good. Rebound by Emma Metcalf, and she gets the putback. The ball was bouncing between players for what seemed like forever. Ends up in the hands of number 2, who gets the banking layup. It is 30-28 as Ensminger almost has it swatted out. Rawson over, and the three-pointer, Carthy, no good. Rebounded by Metcalf with 5 seconds to go in the quarter. Fires it over. Jones loses the dribble, and that will be it for the quarter. 30-28, Trojans narrowing closer to the Mount Pleasant lead. A very excitable third quarter. And we're going to step aside here for the start of the fourth here on Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Community First Credit Union's best auto loan refinance offer is back. Enjoy an excellent rate plus no payments for 90 days. 2 great specials in one. Available for a limited time only. We make financing simple with fast, convenient online applications and easy pre-approval. Whether you're buying new, purchasing used, or refinancing your current auto loan, drive away with a vehicle loan from See First, where together is better. Stop by or apply online today at seefirstcu.com.
Subject to credit approval and program qualifications. Federally insured by the NCUA.
We care. At Jefferson County Health Center, it's the little things that make a big difference. We believe every patient deserves to feel safe and comforted, no matter what brings them here. We strive to turn fear into comfort. We are committed to ensuring every patient feels informed, supported, and truly cared for.
Jefferson County Health Center, care you can count on. It's what we do.
30-28, Mount Pleasant ahead, but we have 1 quarter to go in a huge conference game for both of these squads. No game would mean more to either of these to say they beat the other. As we are about to enter into the fourth quarter, sponsored by Brandon Taglauer, your Beck Seed dealer. You can call him at 641-919-7526. As Fairfield will inbound to start the fourth. They went on a hot run in that one. They outscored Mount Pleasant 15-4 in that third quarter. No team went in the bonus, which was different than the first 2 quarters, as the Trojans now with it. Vanessa Kessel, as she's passing it back and forth, she steps up for her three. It's no good. Loose ball. And a timeout is called as Vanessa Kessel was able to get the rebound in time. Fairfield calling the timeout with 7:40 to go. We're going to step aside for that timeout. 7:40 to go, 30-28 the score. We'll be back here with you on Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Dr. Matt here. Looking for complete dental care for your entire family? At Fairfield Dental Clinic in Fairfield, that's exactly what we provide.
Dr. Pat here. We pride ourselves on delivering comprehensive care from routine cleanings to advanced procedures. At Fairfield Dental Clinic, we're committed to creating healthy smiles in a comfortable, caring environment.
We live here, we work here, and we're proud to care for generations of families from Fairfield and the surrounding area. Call today for an appointment. Fairfield Dental Clinic. Complete dental care for your entire family. Your neighbors, your dentists, your smile.
7:40 to go. Fairfield about to inbound. Leading scorers for both squads. For the Panthers, it's Ensminger, the big girl in the middle. As the inbound to Faith Jones from Maddie Martin goes down. Whistle blows. We'll see if it's anything. But Faith Jones with the first points in the fourth quarter, now with 8 points total. She now leads the team in points with 8. Off the bench. And the delay of game warning was called on the Trojans bench. One more will lead in a technical foul as Mount Pleasant looking to clear half court. They're able to with Ensminger, bouncing it over to Starr, to White. Carthy has an open three, passing it up over to White inside. Ensminger shot no good, but Scepter fouls her from behind. We're knotted up at 37-21 to go in the fourth, but Ensminger is about to shoot 2 more. She leads the Panthers with 9 points, and both Abby Carthy and, let me see that here, Kinley White both have 7. Ensminger looking to add on to her totals. First one off back iron, no good. Still knotted at 30 each. As coming back in for Mount Pleasant was number 4, Abby Schelengowski. Is now all 5 starters back out for Mount Pleasant. And second of 2 coming. Ensminger misses both. Rebound by Starr. And Mount Pleasant is able to hold possession. Carthy over to Starr, still outside the three-point line. Schelengowski driving to her left. Layup shot, it's good. Makes it 32-30 as Kessel's taking it up pass as we're now a minute through the fourth. Bounce pass to Jones. Over in the right corner is Maddie Martin. Fired over back at the top of the three-point line is Vanessa Kessel. Kessel over to Lauren Martin. Back to Maddie on the left side now. Lauren Martin has a shot at 3. Back iron, no good. Rebound by Starr of the Panthers. As Carthy is sprinting down, fire down to White. White inside the three-point line, and she passes it back out to Carthy. A foul is called on Kessel as she reached in to try to swat the ball. That's the foul on Kessel. That is her second foul. Second foul in the quarter for Fairfield. Coming in for the Trojans then was number 2, Emma Metcalf, and number 22, Anna McAvan, with 6:29 to go in the fourth. 32-30, a very close game as Mount Pleasant will inbound. Schelengowski with it. Driving left inside, losing her handle, and out of bounds. Last touched by her. Fairfield ball, 6:22. As Vanessa Kessel still out there, they're running 2 point guards. Very small ball to this point as Setterstrom and Scepter are both out. Underneath, Emma Metcalf's right hand layup, no good. Carthy gets her board as we are nearing 2 minutes through. Carthy at the top of the 3-point line. Over to Schelengowski. Getting guarded by McAvan. McAvan gets it to White. Inside, Schelengowski has the angle. Her layup no good. She had a rebound for the second. And a jump ball is called on the rebound scrum. Possession will stay Mount Pleasant ball with 5:46 to go. 32-30, Mount Pleasant ahead. Coming in for Fairfield is number 11, Faith Jones. She came in for Lauren Martin. Trojans look like they're running zone. As the pass inside, Ensminger, step back shot, good and one. A huge shot in this one as it's so close, extending the lead 34-30 with 5:44 to go as she's looking to complete the three-point play. That foul on Maddie Martin, that is her second foul. Ensminger looking to complete the three-point play, went 0 for 2 on her last trip to the line. Gets two high back iron bounces and it's no good. Rebound ripped in by Emma Metcalf as she takes it over to Faith Jones as they're working it around. McAvan in the left corner, her three, no good. But the offensive rebound is there by Faith Jones. Now under 5.5 to go. Kessel slowing it down. Rolling it around to the left corner is Martin. Now McAvan with it back to Martin. Bounce inside is stolen by Shelengowski. Sprinting down, losing her handle. Her layup is good. And a 30-second timeout will be called by Mount Pleasant. We're going to stay here for that. 36-30 is the score after the Shelengowski layup, giving her 4 points on the quarter, more points than she scored in the first three combined. Only points for the Trojans so far in this quarter was a layup by Faith Jones. Let's see here. With timeouts remaining, Mount Pleasant only has 2 left. Fairfield with 4, as it's 36-30 with 5 minutes to go. Neither team really in foul trouble. I don't believe any player is at 4. Emma Metcalf for the Trojans is at 3. Lauren Martin is at 3. And then a handful of Mount Pleasant and Fairfield players are all at 2 each, as both teams deliberating over on their own sidelines in this fourth quarter. Sponsored by Brandon Taglauer, your Beck Seed dealer. Coming up after this, the Trojans will play against Van Buren County at home. You can catch that on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network. After this game will be the second game of the doubleheader, the highly anticipated boys matchup between Fairfield and Mount Pleasant. Coming up after this game's over in about 10-15 minutes of pregame warm-ups for the boys. We'll have a separate stream up for that on Ottumwa Radio Sports Network's YouTube page, as Mount Pleasant is playing full court defense to start this possession, as Fairfield's able to clear it. Emma Metcalf inside the paint, over to Faith Jones, looking for 3, and she gets it with under 5 to go. Now with 5 points in the fourth quarter, Shelengowski's pass is swatted by Maddie Martin out of play. 36-33 is the score with 4:51 to go. Fairfield has 3 fouls, so 2 more to give. And Mount Pleasant is yet to get any foul, as Shelengowski inbounds it. And Carthy looking to get around Kessel, and she's able to do so. Bounce pass into Ensminger. She loses the dribble. She had an open look at the ball, but it slips through her fingers, and Fairfield will get possession. A lucky break for the Trojans with 4:41 to go in the fourth. Castle to take it up, and her first action back, she's got 6 points. Very key bench player for the Trojans, as they're passing it back and forth between Metcalf and Kessel. Ends up on the left side. Martin inside to Setterstrom. Her left-hand layup falls. Now with 4 points, all 5 starters for the Trojans with points, as it is a 1-point game. The Fire down to Starr, over to White. Carthy, the 2, no good off back iron, rebounded by Metcalf. Metcalf taking it herself down the right side, inside, her layup no good, but a foul is called on the Panthers. A chance to take the lead with 3:57 to go. Foul was on number 12, Abby Carthy. That is her 3rd. First foul of the quarter on the Panthers. 2 free throws coming for Emma Metcalf. It's good, and the game is knotted at 36. Coming in for Mount Pleasant is number 1, Haley Lidolf. And with the game tied up, we have one more free throw here by Emma Metcalf. with 3:57 to go. And it's good. The Trojans have the lead. And a full timeout will be called by the Trojans as they have taken the lead, first time since the very beginning of this game. And for the full timeout called by the Trojans, we're going to step aside. 37-36 Trojans. We'll be back after this one on Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Shopping for a quality used car? Check out the inventory at Smithburg Automotive's lot at 1503 West Burlington Avenue in Fairfield. Need repairs? They've got you covered at the South 23rd Street location. Call 641-472-2454 or visit smithburgs.com. Need quality used parts? Head to Smitty's Auto Recycling on West Grimes in Fairfield. They've got fresh inventory arriving all the time. Selling parts or have a wrecked vehicle? They buy unwanted cars too. Call 472-4200 or stop by to see what's new in the yard.
Community First Credit Union's best auto loan refinance offer is back. Enjoy an excellent rate plus no payments for 90 days. 2 great specials in one. Available for a limited time only. We make financing simple with fast, convenient online applications and easy pre-approval. Whether you're buying new, purchasing used, or refinancing your current auto loan, drive away with a vehicle loan from See First, where together is better. Stop by or apply online today at seefirstcu.com.
Subject to credit approval and program qualifications. Federally insured by the NCUA.
37-36, Fairfield with the lead with under 4 minutes to go. Mount Pleasant will inbound to start action again. Trojans in a full court zone defense that they've been playing the full time. Carthy to inbound, and she gets the bounce pass right back to her. Kinley White, her pass almost turned over, but will stay Mount Pleasant possession as Shelingowski with it back to Carthy, who slows it down for the Panthers at the top of the three-point line at the logo. 15 seconds to go on the play clock. She's rolling left over to Shelingowski. Looking, picks it over to Kinley White. White bouncing it over Carthy with 4 seconds on the shot clock. Driving inside, her layup, it's good. And they have the lead yet again, 38-37 Mount Pleasant. Right as the buzzer was about to sound on the play clock. Nearing 3 minutes to go. On the right side, Emma Metcalf has a lane, and it's good. 39-38, Fairfield. 4 points now in the quarter for Emma Metcalf. Lightoff almost losing her dribble on the other end. Carthy still there to pick it up for the Panthers as we're now under 3 to go. Lightoff thought about a three-pointer on the right side. Now in the corner is White. White rolling. Bounce pass over to Lightoff. Lightoff cutting, is fouled on the ground by Maddie Martin as she was driving on the baseline. That is Maddie Martin's third foul with 2:39 to go. Fairfield with a 1-point lead. Mount Pleasant to inbound under their own hoop, however. And Carthy held onto the ball too long. That's a 5-second and a turnover, a costly one. And Fairfield will get the ball back with a fresh shot clock. Nearing 2:30 to go. Completely slipped her mind that it was 5 seconds before she passed it. And Kessel bouncing it over to Faith Jones. Driving inside, no good. She almost had her rebound, but it kicks out. And will be Panther basketball with 2:20 to go. 39-38 still the score. Trojans still playing that full court defense. Mount Pleasant has been able to clear that pretty good and take the top off the Trojans as Carthy over to Shelingowski. But the Trojans able to get back on defense in time. Shelingowski still with it over to White on the top right. As we are now under 2 minutes to go. Inside, Shelingowski's layup is blocked by Jones. But Shelingowski's able to run it down before it goes out. Shelingowski bounce pass to Ensminger is fouled by Setterstrom. That foul was on Setterstrom. That is her fourth with 1:52. And that will put Mount Pleasant in the bonus. 2 free throws coming for Ensminger. Ensminger looking to tie the game. And she gets the first to fall, knotting it up at 39. Coming in for the Trojans, number 5, Lauren Martin. Ensminger was 0 for 4 on her last shots at the free throw line, but she just made that one to knot it up. Ensminger now with her second one. Her shot is no good. Rebounded by Metcalf of the Trojans. And we're still at 39 with 1:45. Martin inside, it's good and one! A huge shot with 1:44 to go. That extends the lead 41-39. That foul was on number 4. Shelengowski, that is her third. Coming in for the Trojans is Faith Jones. Getting some size and some shooting ability as Maddie Martin looking to complete the three-point play. Big free throw here, and it's no good. Rebounded by White. And White gets hit, no foul is called as Ensminger gets it over to Shelengowski on the left side. Thought about driving, she gives it back over to Carthy. The clock is stopped. The refs don't know, it's 1:44 still. The refs driving inside, layup no good. Ensminger shot no good, rebound. And they finally continue the clock. That was about 20 seconds of action, not counted. As Metcalf's layup no good. They call a double dribble on Lightoff with 1:27 to go. We'll see if they discuss if they want to move down the clock, because that was about 15-20 seconds with no clock action. Trojans with it. Have a fresh shot clock. Emma Metcalf inside to Setterstrom. Setterstrom over to Jones for three. It's good! The dagger! With 1:10 to go. 44-39. And the pass sails Shelengowski out of bounds with 1:02. 8 points by Faith Jones in the fourth alone. 14 total for her. And the timeout called by Mount Pleasant with 1:02 to go. We're going to step aside here, 44-38. A full timeout, and we'll be right back here in a minute on Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
This holiday season, connection means more than ever. At Lisco, we're proud to keep you close no matter the distance. With fiber-fast internet, crystal clear TV, and reliable phone service, your moments of laughter, your video calls, and your favorite holiday movies all shine brighter. Because at Lisco, connection isn't just what we provide, it's what we believe in. From our family to yours, happy holidays from Lisco, keeping you connected to what matters most.
Planning for 2026 starts now. Call me, Brandon Taglar, your local Beck seed dealer. I am here and ready to help Southeast Iowa farmers secure the best genetics for next season. With supply chain challenges and increasing demand, ordering your 2026 seed early means getting exactly what you need for your fields. I bring local expertise and Beck's proven performance together. Call me, Brandon Taglar, your Beck seed dealer, serving Southeast Iowa. 641-919-7526. Order your 2026 seed now and plant with confidence.
44-39 with 1:02 to go. This is a huge minute. Fairfield will have the ball coming out of the timeout. Mount Pleasant has only one left, and they are down by 5. Maddie Martin able to inbound it into Vanessa Kessel as she clears half court. A good move to shake the defender over to Faith Jones. There's still 25 seconds left. We'll see if they put up a shot. And the layup by Metcalf is good. 46-39 the score. With now 42 to go. White inside, her floater no good. And it was knocked out of bounds by the Trojans with exactly 39 seconds to go. Mount Pleasant will inbound under their own hoop. Faith Jones had 1 point in the first quarter, has 13 in the second half, and 8 in the fourth in total. Lightoff's three, no good. but she is fouled and will shoot 3 from the line. Foul was on Vanessa Kessel. That will be her 3rd foul. With 33.6 to go in the 4th. Coming off the bench was Haley Lightoff, and she is shooting 3 free throws. First one is good. Makes it now a 6-point game with 33.6 to go. Trojans have sent the Panthers into the bonus. Second one, no good, rolls off the rim. No substitutions are being made. And once again, Mount Pleasant with 1 timeout left. We'll see how they use it. 46-40, the 3rd free throw coming. It's short. Rebound taken in by Setterstrom and cleared by Martin down to Metcalf as the shot clock is off. Over to Kessel, back to Metcalf. They don't need to make a play. It's swatted by Carthy, and Carthy's able to get the steal inside. Her layup is good with 13.4 to go. And a timeout is called by Mount Pleasant. We're going to stay here for that with 13.4 to go. 46-42 is the score. Mount Pleasant is now out of timeout. This game has not disappointed and is coming down to the wire. Fairfield did not need to even put up a shot, and they had an errant pass that was stolen by Carthy, and she was able to take it all the way and make the shot. It is a 4-point game. People in foul trouble for the Trojans. Number 50, Elise Setterstrom, has 4 fouls. A number have 3 for the Trojans. And on the other side, no players in 4 for the Panthers. But a number are in 3, and any fouls at this point are crucial towards this ending of the game. With 13.4, we are about to get back underway. Fairfield will inbound, and I will assume tight man coverage will be played by the Panther defense, as Faith Jones will inbound for the Trojans. I would assume possibly even fouls would be coming as they switch. Maddie Martin will inbound for Fairfield. 4-point game with 13.4 to go. Martin looking, gets it into Metcalf. She's sprinting down the right side and is fouled with exactly 10 seconds to go. That gives the Panthers, I believe, 4 fouls now. Apologies, 3 fouls. So 2 more fouls will put the Trojans at the line. As inbound is to Faith Jones. Faith Jones is fouled, but that took 2.3 off the clock. Now 1 more foul will send the Trojans to the line with 7.7 to go. Maddie Martin to inbound again. That foul was on White. Martin looking, inbound to Jones. It's stolen by Lightoff with 4 seconds inside. The shot is no good, but the foul is called with 2.7 to go. Schellingowski will go to the line. She has struggled all day. 2.7 to go. It's still a 4-point game. Schellingowski's first is no good. Crucial plays here. This will be the next shot. It's good. It's 46-43, 1 possession into Metcalf. Metcalf is fouled with 0.5 of a second to go, and that will send the Trojans to the line. 1 free throw will win it for the Trojans. That foul on Abby Carthy, as Metcalf spent about 2 seconds running around not getting fouled, and she was in arm's reach of getting fouled. Metcalf will shoot 2 at the line with 0.5 of a second to go. First one is good. Makes it a 4-point game, 47-43. One more will nothing but ice this game. And the shot, no good. And that's it. They don't get a shot off. The Trojans win. A huge win over their rival Mount Pleasant Panthers, 47-43. After a huge fourth quarter by Faith Jones. And the Trojan girls get their second win on the season. We're going to step aside and have final stats and a departure from this Trojans victory here in Mount Pleasant, and be back with you on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Community First Credit Union's best auto loan refinance offer is back. Enjoy an excellent rate plus no payments for 90 days. 2 great specials in one. Available for a limited time only. We make financing simple with fast, convenient online applications and easy pre-approval. Whether you're buying new, purchasing used, or refinancing your current auto loan, drive away with a vehicle loan from See First, where together is better. Stop by or apply online today at seefirstcu.com.
Subject to credit approval and program qualifications. Federally insured by the NCUA.
This is Miss Bonnie at Packwood Locker and Meats of Packwood. Packwood Locker and Meats brings farm fresh to your table. Beefy with boldness, porky with perfection, fresh off the farm and into your kitchen. We know how to make every meal a masterpiece. Trust the quality and savor the taste, because at Packwood Locker and Meats, fresh isn't just a promise, it's a guarantee. Now open for retail and pickup 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Fridays and Saturdays. Visit PackwoodLockerandMeats.com for more information. Trust me, you can't beat Peyton's Meat, and we dare you to try.
Welcome back in. 47-43 the final score. The Trojan girls take that one, their second win of the season. First win in conference play in this post-game show, sponsored by Cranston Family Funeral Home in Fairfield and Keosauqua, now to serve you with Monument Sales and Irish Ridge Cremation. You can visit them at CranstonFamilyFuneralHome.com. Leading scores for the game, Faith Jones with 14 points, a huge fourth quarter. After 1 point in the first half, had 13 in the second half and 8 in the fourth, and had 2 huge three-pointers to set the lead. After the first half, the Trojans were down by 13 and came roaring back in the third quarter, outscoring the Panthers 15-4. And then in a very high-scoring fourth quarter, Trojans outscored the Panthers 19-13. Giving them the lead, the win, 47-43. Along with her was Emma Metcalf, who had some big free throws at the end with 9 points, and off the bench. Her first action since before Christmas break, Vanessa Kessel with 6. And then on the other side, Peyton Ensminger with 12 points and 11 points by Abby Carthy for the Panthers. Trojans move to 2-8. Their next action will be at home on Monday against Van Buren County. Big game for the girls, looking to go back-to-back and have a very much-needed weekend break. With about 13 minutes to go until the tip-off of the boys' game, you can catch that on the next broadcast here, which will be on Ottumwa Radio Sports Network's YouTube page. And final send-off here. My name is Christian Rasmussen here with the great producer, AJ Rowe. And on behalf of everyone at Ottumwa Radio Sports Network, we'd like to thank you for tuning in, and we will catch you all on the next